Hallo, liebe Studentin. Today we're learning how to introduce ourselves in German. This is very important because the first thing you do when meeting someone is say your name, maybe where you're from, your job, or hobbies. Let's go step by step. With formal versus informal, Sie versus du. In German, we have two ways to say you. Du is informal. We use it for friends, family, children, people your age. That's when to use Sie. Sie is formal. We use it for strangers, teachers, your boss, or older people. That's when to use Sie, for example. To your friend, you say, Wie heißt du? What's your name? To your teacher, you say, Wie heißen Sie? What's your name, sir, ma'am? Think of Sie as polite and respectful. If you're not sure, always start with Sie. Germans will tell you if it's okay to use. Du. Now saying your name. There are three main ways to introduce your name. For example, let's start with Ich heiße Anna. My name is Anna. Secondly, Ich bin Anna. I am Anna. Thirdly, my name is Anna. My name is Anna. Now let's practice it. Example, I will say, Hallo, wie heißt du? You say, Ich heiße Peter. Und du? I replied, Ich bin Anna. Are we good now? Please, anyone you don't understand, don't hesitate to ask me. I will repeat it. Now let's add age and origin. To say your age, this is how you say it. Ich bin 20 Jahre alt. I am 20 years old. If I ask you, how old are you, which is wie alt bist du, you reply me, Ich bin 20 Jahre alt. I am 20 years old. And if you want to ask me also, then you say und du. I will reply the same Ich bin 30 Jahre alt. Are we good? Now to say where you're from, you said it this way, Woher kommst du? Where are you from? Then I replied you, Ich komme aus Österreich. I come from Austria. You can ask me back as well by saying und du, this method, which is in you. Next is where do you live? I ask you, Wo wohnst du? Means where do you live? You reply me by saying, Ich wohne in Wien. I live in Vienna. You can ask me, and you, which is und du. Now let's practice it now, example 2. I will be asking you, Woher kommst du? Where are you from? You replied me, Ich komme aus Ghana. Ich wohne in Accra. Next, occupation and status. How do you say your job? Or ask someone their job or what they do for a living. If I ask you, was bist du von Beruf or was sind Sie von Beruf? What do you do for a living or what is your occupation? You reply me, Ich bin Studentin. I am a student. Ich bin Lehrerin. I am a teacher. Ich arbeite als Arzt. I work as a doctor. You can ask me back as well, using the same question word we use for other ones. Next is family status. How do say your family status? If I ask you, Wie is Ihr Familienstand? Or Wie is dein Familienstand? You will reply me by saying, Ich bin verheiratet. I am married. Or Ich bin ledig. I am single. Last but not the least, hobbies. How to say your hobbies or ask someone their hobbies. Was sind deine Hobbys? Or was ihre deine Hobbys? Replied, Ich mag Musik. I like music. Or mein Hobby ist Fußball. My hobby is football. Or in meiner Freizeit lese ich. In my free time I read. Let's take some example. If I say, Was sind deine Hobbys? What are your hobbies? You replied me, Mein Hobby ist tanzen. Und du? I say, Ich spiele gern Gitarre. Now as your teacher, and you are my student number A, and she is student number B, let's practice it. I ask, Hallo, wie heißt du? Student A replied, Ich heiße David. Und du? Student B. Answer, Ich heiße Sarah. Sehr gut. Now add more information. Student A. Say, Ich bin 20 Jahre alt. Ich komme aus Nigeria. Ich bin Studentin. Und du Student B, ich bin 21 Jahre alt. Ich komme aus Ghana. Mein Hobby ist tanzen. Don't forget to use du when talking to friends, classmates, children, or people your age. Next, formal introduction, Sie to a teacher or stranger. Now, student A with the teacher. Guten Tag, wie heißen Sie? I replied. Student A, ich heiße Frau Müller. Und Sie? Student A, ich heiße Peter Okoro. Ich komme aus Nigeria. Ich arbeite als Ingenieur. Sehr schön. Wie alt sind Sie? Student B, ich bin 30 Jahre alt. Note, use Sie when speaking politely to adults you don't know, like teachers, bosses, or in official places like banks or hospitals. Now let's mix practice, status plus hobby. Student A, say, Hallo, ich heiße Mariam, ich bin ledig. Und du? Student B replied, ich heiße Felix, ich bin verheiratet, ich habe ein Kind. Student A, ich heiße Felix, ich bin verheiratet, ich habe ein Kind. Student A, was sind deine Hobbys? Student B, ich spiele gern Fußball. Und du? Student A, ich mag Musik. Mein Hobby ist singen. That's good, is it? If you have questions, feel free to ask. Now let's put all together and build a full self-introduction. Example, Hallo, ich heiße Anna. Ich bin 20 Jahre alt. Ich komme aus Österreich und wohne in Vienna. Ich bin Studentin. Ich bin ledig. Mein Hobby ist Musik. Wie heißen Sie? That's a perfect short introduction. Wrap up our homework practice with your partner. Introduce yourself in formal way, Sie, and then in informal way, du. Homework. Write a 5 to 6 sentence introduction about yourself, including name, age, origin, status, job, hobby. If you want more of this video, click on share bottom, likes, and comment on the comment section. Save this video for your future reference. Tschüss,